friends, welcome to another episode of Good Lookin Kickstarters. I'm Becca Scott.
I'm Ruel Gaviola.
And today we're going to tell you about some games we found on Kickstarter that look pretty sweet.
And you may say they look good. So let's kick it.
Hey, I got an idea. I'm going to break the rules.
Oh, what rules are you breaking and what's happening?
They're my own rules, and I'm breaking them right now because I'm going to tell you about an honorable mention first.
Let's do it. What do you got to share with us today?
I want to tell you about Behold Her Dreams. This is a nerdy comedy solo album from my dear friend Amy Vorpahl, the Queen of Dungeons and Dragons. And this album funded in day one, and she's going to be making some incredible songs all based around D&D and other nerdy topics, hence Behold Her Dreams. Get it? That's a pun, because she's clever.
I get it now, yes.
Here's the thing. Beholders can dream things into existence, just like Amy Vorpahl.
Whoa, amazing.
Anyway, if you're not backing this Kickstarter, I feel bad for you.
Yeah, go back it, folks. You know, something about just Amy's presence and watching some of the clips of the music, it just brings a smile to my face. You know, she talks a lot about magic and that world, the D&D world of magic and so forth. And it, like magic, it brings a smile to my face. It just makes me feel good.
Ruel, you really put your finger on the pulse of what makes Amy's music great. It does. It just fills my soul with joy. And your soul could also be joy-filled.
Becca, you know who else is a beholder?
Go on.
A local game designer named Tate Wu. Tate Wu is a prolific designer here in Southern California, and I'm so happy to have played quite a few of his games. And he's got not one, not two, but 3 new games on Kickstarter right now that are being funded, and we're going to talk about each one because I love them all. Pier 1 is a solo Sudoku game with Euro-style scoring. It's really interesting. Becca, are you a Sudoku fan? Do you do those puzzles?
Guilty as charged.
For those of you that like Sudoku, this is going to be the game for you. It's a cat game. It's super cute. So what you're trying to do is arrange the market aisles with unique fish vendors, right? And these are going to score eventually when you put your inspector down on one of those rows, and the unique fish vendors are going to score based on Sudoku-style scoring. But you've got to beware of Momo. Who's Momo? Glad you asked, Ruel. Momo is a rodent that's going to score negative points. And you don't want any negative points in your fish markets. So beware of Momo, Becca. Beware of Momo.
I'm always watching out for Momo.
The next game that Tate has designed that's on his Kickstarter is Boba Mahjong. And this is a 2-player game. I love 2-player games. I love Boba. I love Mahjong. This is the best of all these worlds, Becca. We have a game where cards are being played and you're running different sets, either a run like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so forth, or you're matching sets of like numbers or like colors or different colors and different numbers, and you're going to score based on that because these cards represent the freshness, smoothness, complexity, and presentation of your boba drink. There is nothing more fun than boba, and why not play a game of Boba Mahjong as well? Let us move on. So that's the first 2 games, and this is Sunrise Market. It's got 3 games, folks. The third one is 1, 2, 3 Cheese. This is a game for 2 to 5 players, and in this, we've gotten away from the cats now. We're moving to the mice. We are on a mice heist. Or actually, we have done a mice heist. We are mice that got caught, where we're trying to avoid being caught with the cheese. And what you want to do is drop the cheese and get away. And what you're doing, you're playing cards. Similar mechanism where you want light cards, similar cards, or runs of cards, and we're going to drop those on other people's stashes because they're the ones that are going to get trouble, right? So if I have a set of 1, 2, 3 and you have a card that has the same suit, I'm going to drop it on you, Becca, and I am out of here like a mouse in the wind, I guess.
Is this based on a classic card game? It kind of reminds me of Spades or Hearts or, one of those.
Yeah, totally. It's got that very classic feel to it. But with some changes in gameplay where, you're trying to get rid of the cards and you're going to play a few rounds, and then the player with the most points, which is you score based on what you have in your hand and in your stash, they're going to be the ones that win the game, get away with their mice heist, and they are the free mouse in the house, I guess, is how we say it. So that is Sunrise Market, a set of 3 games by Tate Wu being funded on Kickstarter right now. Hey, so we've talked about 3 great games so far, and one, Becca, what's on your radar this week?
Lions, zebras, hyenas, leopards, jackals, rhinoceroses, oh my!
Oh my!
Okay, the next game I want to tell you about is Wild from Seoul-based game creator Bad Comet. No, I'm not talking about a movie starring Reese Witherspoon. This is a game about caring for nature and making it look cool as a documentarian. This game is for 1 to 4 players, 14 plus, and about 30 minutes per player. In Wild, players are nature documentarians right in the middle of a Serengeti safari. They're spying wildlife and creating configurations of animals that will put all those nature magazines to shame. The board presence of this game is phenomenal. The 3-dimensional rock structure that comes as part of the game is called the Rock of Ages. I mean, what more could you want?
I love that name, Rock of Ages. You know, fun fact, there is a song by the band Def Leppard called Rock of Ages.
Leopard!
A little shout out to our friend Jake Michels. That's a little metal fact for you, friends.
I love the look of this game, not only because the components are really beautiful, the animals are made of wood, but also because this is the closest that I get to the outdoors in a given week.
I love it. Yeah, this game, you know that Rock of Ages, I mean, it's got the perfect name, but it reminds me of that little tree in, or actually a big tree in Everdell, which is one of the coolest components in games, and this one is on par with that. I am so excited about Animeeples. Anytime you have a meeple that looks like an animal with all these little details to it, I am all over it. Stuff like New York Zoo, love that game. This one looks more like my jam. It's got that engine building element that I like, and yeah, a spatial puzzle as well. It's got some really good early reviews as well, so I am pumped about this game. And what a cool theme, right? You're a documentarian going out filming animals.
Yeah, it's super sweet. So the gameplay for Wild is deceptively easy. You do one thing on your turn. You can perform an action like adding an animal to the board. You can move an animal up to 3 spaces orthogonally. You can swap their places, or you can grab a scene card. Now, this isn't like me in high school. The scene is what you're trying to recreate to earn points for your documentary film about these animals. And it seems like anticipating your opponent's movement is a big part of the strategic puzzle of this game, and I'm all about that. Also, they have some really cool stretch goals. Looks like they've already unlocked a backside printed on the map board, and for Kickstarter only, you can get a little hippo and an ostrich Animeeple. This game is super cool. As you were saying, Animeeples are the best. I mean, honestly, I would just use them for like having them fight each other, play my own little game with cute Animeeples, but that's neither here nor there. They also come pre-painted and beautifully so. I mean, the leopard has little leopard spots. The zebra has little zebra stripes. This game looks wild.
It's wild. It's Serengeti. Back it.
I want to know what else is cool in the world.
You know, the coolest thing in the world are game shells.
Go on.
So our friends at Cloud Puncher Games have this new thing on Kickstarter called Lax Rax. Now, Lax Rax, what these are little inserts that you're going to place on your Calyx shelves. So I have Calyx shelves just like many gamers do, and there are games on them, right? There are games, and you'll take a look at this. I have games stored like this. Behind them are more games. But if you'll notice, they're stacked on top of each other. I don't want to do that. It's gross. I don't know why I'm showing you this. This is so embarrassing. We might have to edit this out. But those games, if you get Lax Rax, what you can do, you're going to have these little inserts that you put in your Calyx shelves that will separate the games. They'll keep them off of each other so they don't get squashed by all those games just piling on top of each other. You'll keep them in great shape, perfect shape for your next game night. Lax Rax, it's a much more affordable option than their other item that they released years ago, or a couple of years ago, I believe, called Box Thrones. So those were like the high-end version. These are the ones for those that want a more affordable option.
I see you, Cloud Puncher. You put out your Game Throne thing first. I looked at it. I thought about it. I looked at the price tag. And now you come out for the one for the Calyx bookshelf that everyone has. Very smart, very smart. I love this. And yeah, nobody wants those beat up game corners. I mean, we invest so much in the games that we love. We should take care of those boxes, y'all.
this is the perfect way to do it. You know, it's very simple to do. You're just going to attach them to your shelves that you already have, and it's a very simple process, and then your games will easily slide in there, and they are customizable, so some of the bigger games that you may have, you can line those up just right so they can stay off the other games. So these are Lax Rax, friends. Check them out.
I love a great organizational tool.
They're the best.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in a few.